Hello Aqua friends, welcome to my channel. My name's Nicole and today I have a beautiful Northern Lights winter scene for you. Very simple palette folks, and this is done loose style. So I'm starting off by wetting my paper really well first. We're going to work wet on wet, and I'm using some liquid watercolors. If you don't have liquid watercolors, you could definitely use whatever blue-green is in your palette. And I'm further manipulating the watercolor with my spray bottle so that I don't have any brush strokes. And I'm just tilting my board so that it flows freely and I get a good stain going across the paper. All right, so after mopping up that mess, I am now going to add my dark color. So the dark color is indigo blue. So I'm just using these two colors, so very, very simple project. And I'm sort of just putting in some meandering lines here in the sky where I want those northern lights. And I'm going to further manipulate it again. I don't want the brush stroke showing, so I'm wetting it, tilting my board, and it is a pretty cool effect I have. Now I do have to let this whole thing dry. I'm making sure that I'm picking up as much of the excess water as I can along the edges, and that little bit of pooling that I'm seeing in the middle, picking that up as well. So once you let your paper completely dry, then we're going to come in with a little spritz of water here. This is going to make our trees, and the trees are going to have some soft edges and some hard edges. That's why I sprinkled the paper with some water here, because I do want the paint to move around. Like I said, this is going to be a loose landscape, and I'm loosely following this lovely reference photo here. I decided to put the northern lights in just for some added beauty for the sky. So dropping in the indigo blue all over my wet areas here. So the brush that I'm using now is a calligraphy brush. It does hold a lot of paint, a lot of moisture, and I'm able to get some good details in with this very fine tip. So bringing down that color along the edge of my paper, adding in some more pigment. I'm squinting at my reference photo. I'm seeing where all the dark colors are, where I need to put the values. And I have a script liner brush here as well. And just picking out a few grasses, a little bit of the foliage textures. Little bit of salt so that when it dries, it's going to have some interesting texture. While the salt is starting to take effect, I'm squinting again and adding in a little bit of detail. So once I'm done adding that row of trees on the left-hand side, I'm spritzing the right-hand side to put in the tree that's in the foreground. It's sort of framing the whole painting. So notice I am using my script liner brush to pull out all of those little branches, and I have a pretty thick consistency of paint that I'm using. Final little touches, wanted a little bit more tree branches here on that main tree. Now, once your whole thing is dry, you can remove the tape. You guys just created a masterpiece. Congratulations. Hope you guys enjoyed the loose winter landscape of these northern lights. Let me know if you're going to give it a go. Thanks for watching.